Hold on. Grandmother just getting her phone together. I got my hot tea going. Got my Bible going. Let me have a sip. 1 second. Oh, my head itching. I got a pen nearby for that. But I don't know if I'm gonna post this or not, but I was reading in Abraham. I'm gonna cry. So I was reading in Genesis 22, and it's the story. Well, I'm on like the latter half. Well, not the latter half. Started around verse 5 because I had read it like I lost my place. Not gonna lie, I don't know where I was, so I just restarted on verse 5, and it's basically when Abraham is going up there to get with Isaac and chop him, and God was like, no, you know what I mean? It's actually hilarious because I was chuckling when I was reading this because I was thinking about how my friend asked me have I seen the videos that people make where they be like Abraham and Isaac after they came back down, and like Abraham coming in the room like, your mama made soup, want a bowl? Baby, I don't want a bowl of nothing from you. Especially when we see in the text, Isaac was like, I see the fire, I see the wood, but where is the lamb? And his daddy was like, God will provide for himself a lamb. His daddy had to have faith and confidence. That's not my point of this video, but I also want to say that in one of my classes, we were not debating, but just discussing whether or not Abraham knew that God was going to give a ram, or just what the whole, because we don't know the in-between conversations here. Of course, we can assume Abraham didn't know, but he said things like, we are coming back. He said to his son, God will provide a lamb for himself, which he could have meant him. But then, why you ain't just tell him it was him? No, I'm kidding. That's neither here nor there. So that's what this story is here. And I haven't read all the way down to verse 24, which is the last of chapter 22. But in verse 18, I'm going to read 2 verses to you, actually. Verse 5, and I'm going to read verse 18. So verse 5, it says, Abraham said to his servants, settle down and stay here with the donkey. The young man and I will go over there and worship God, and we will come back to you. Verse 18 says, through your seed, all nations of the earth shall be blessed because you have heard and obeyed my voice. And I'm a little bit emotional just because I can apply this to my life. But I'm no rando. Everybody can actually use this. That's why I decided to make a video about it. But that's why I'm a bit emotional about it. But when I got around to that verse, I thought it was so beautiful, the connection between what he said he was going to do and what it ends on, God saying to him that I will bless you because you have heard and obeyed my voice. And it makes me think about how we a lot of times limit worship unto God to worship music, right? Or to worshiping God in prayer. I think we just limit it to moments and times like that. But the beautiful picture here is that a way that we worship the Lord is to obey. Like, when I first read it, I read verse 5, I was like, oh, he going to worship. Worshiping, prayer, and song. But he was going to obey God, and that was an act of worship. And so not only was it just, I think, reassurance for me, convicting for me, beautiful to me, is that as I obey the Lord, I am worshiping the Lord. And so I need to boldly obey, and I need to confidently obey, and knowing that it is an act of worship unto my God that I've chosen to serve. Yeah, I think I had class tonight as well. Sometimes school makes me emotional, just on the different topics that we talk about, different things that I feel my brain is challenged around. If you're watching this and you don't know me, I'm a theology student. I got my undergrad in theology, and I'm getting my master's in biblical theology. So lots of Bible stuff going on outside of my personal relationship with the Lord. So But all right, that's all I wanted to share. God is good, and grandmother needs to go cry, okay? It's happy tears, though. Nah, that's a reference. I'm not sad, but like I'm not crying happy tears, but I'm not crying sad tears. But it's a reference to a song. It's not funny when you actually have to explain it, but I have to explain it because y'all don't know. But it's a reference to a song, and she be like, all right, I'm gonna call you back. I need to go cry. It's happy tears, though. All right, drinking sleepy time tea, and I'm not sleepy. What's going on? All right, no, I'm gonna keep reading my Bible, but have a good night.